You're
Of
the
course,
boss, bro. Go.
yeah, very exciting. It's great to be back in camp, and it's a unique week, that's for sure, with what's been going on. But
What's it been like?
it's been a great opportunity to become more connected than probably previous years. We've been forced to lead probably a little bit more early on in the week, which has been great. It's allowed us to step up and take a little bit more control early on in the week, where the coaches would otherwise have a little bit more influence. But other than that, it's been a great week. We feel it's been good for our connections, simplifying our game, and also the opportunity to get out there on the weekend is one that we're pretty pumped up about.
Do you mean by that the players, senior players, have had to come together quicker than normal and have more influence?
I think senior players, but all players, we've probably, in the absence of Foz, Stormy and Plum, Brad's done a great job leading up front, taking on a little bit more responsibility in terms of our overall coaching. But yeah, some of the senior players have stood up nicely and just done a little bit more than they usually would. But other than that, the boys have just been keen to get into it, keen to train. There's been a lot of talk off field, but I think we've been enjoying our training.
Aaron, is a 3-test series against Ireland almost kind of the perfect way for you guys to rip into the test season this year?
Yeah, it's very exciting. It doesn't get much bigger than Ireland coming here, and definitely in the last sort of 5 to 6 years, the rivalry there's definitely grown. Every test match is hard, but it's going to be really nice to play Ireland at home. We're ready to go. We're bloody excited. It's been a great week, and the last couple of weeks of us binding, going to Kerikeri, coming to Auckland. It doesn't get much bigger than Eden Park, playing a test, first one of the year. All year, playing Super Rugby and stuff you dream of. That was sort of in the calendar of, imagine being there. Lucky enough that the men that get to do it this weekend, that's what we've been talking about as leaders, is how exciting of an opportunity is to play a great team and play them at Eden Park.
Has the loss from the end of last season been discussed within the group leading into this match, or has it kind of been put to one side?
Well, I think there's obviously still scar tissue. You'd be silly not to still think about last year. But that was 8 or 9 months ago. So this group's been really excited about looking at the footage, reviewing that game, and obviously learnings from the France game as well. There's a lot of hungry people on the bus ready to, put their foot forward. But it's not been mentioned much, just more around a lot more around our skill sets and how we've wanted to improve as an All Black team this year. And that's been the real big focus of us, and a lot of learnings from the back end of last year, because there was still a lot of good last year, and playing those teams over there in their home stadiums is very tough, and at the back end of a long tour for the lads. But yeah, we're jumping out of our skin to run out at Eden Park.
Sorry.
No, just one. I'll come back to you, Ollie. Yep, Elliot.
Beauden, you made your debut against Ireland 10 years ago. Can you just talk about how that rivalry's grown over the last decade as you've played them?
Yeah, it certainly has, and we've been over to Dublin a few times since then. They're obviously a quality side. They're well coached, have been for a number of years, and under Johnny Sexton, he knows how to run the cutter, the game that they want to play, and it's built on the back of a really good set piece and a breakdown that they pride themselves on. So we've seen the game evolve a fair bit from back when I debuted 10 years ago, and I think we've seen the team grow, significantly. So up until a couple of years ago, they were world number one, and rightly so. They're a quality team, and we felt that last year in Dublin. The intensity of that test match was why they were right up there.
How much do you relish those occasions where you do play someone like a Johnny Sexton who's been around for a number of years as well?
Oh, it's always a good challenge. we don't get caught up too much in head-to-head battles. It's a team effort, and I've got to obviously show my respects. He's been a great player for a number of years now, and he's a key part of their game. So I'll be looking forward to that.
Beauden, hi mate. With Leicester finding Anduku making a debut and Quinn Tupaia, I guess, still in the early part of his All Blacks career, how much support have you had to wrap around those two guys in particular, with the coaches also not being there this week?
A little bit, not a lot actually. I've been so impressed with Leicester, how educated he is around the game, his professionalism as a young player. It's been so impressive, and for him to get an opportunity this week is well deserved, and it's exciting to see him go out training. And with Quinn, he's obviously played a number of games now, and he's had a great Super Rugby season as well. So I think he's been rewarded on the back of that. And look, we've just been finding our own way. It's obviously the first Test match, and we can't be doing too much, I wouldn't call it babysitting, but mentoring at this stage. But obviously those connections are so important, those combinations, working on that.
And Aaron, just one for you. Obviously, Folau Fakatava has to wait for his chance. But around camp this week, can you give us an insight into how he's been?
On the last, ever since the Mount camp, Kirikiri and here, he's just been himself, which has been the great thing. He listens, he learns, and picks things up very quickly. Doesn't look out of place at all. You can tell he's chomping at the bit to go, but his time will come, and he'll have a massive impact when he does. He's such a great player and a young man. So all the new boys have done really well. But I think the work we put in Kirikiri around on-field, but also off-field, connecting as a group, and probably talking about a lot of things that don't have much to do with rugby, so getting that deeper connection. So then when you cross the line together, you're sort of playing not just for the rugby player, but for the man as well.
Okay, Clay, we'll go to you.
Aaron, speaking about Leicester, you guys have both been around this team for a long time. When you see a new player come in and get that opportunity, how excited do you guys get for them and to see them go? Yeah,
well, I've tried to tackle Leicester a few times. It's pretty fun. So he's my roomie this week, and they always put a leader with the new guys. And as Bodie said before, I've been really impressed with Leicester's preparation, doing his homework, asking good questions. But he's earned his spot, and I think in New Zealand we're very blessed that that left winger jersey is always a sacred jersey in the All Blacks team, and anyone that gets to put it on, it's an awesome opportunity, and I think Leicester's excited about that. But I think we're all pretty excited to see how Leicester goes. He's such a powerful runner, sees the game well, and you can just see it in their eyes, the nerves, excitement. The week's just been great. So, leading into playing at Eden Park, I can't wait to see him go.
Okay, back here.
Hi Aaron, can I just ask you about Jameson Gibson Park's development? I presume you guys would have crossed paths a bit when he was here. What have you kind of made of his transition since he's moved over to Ireland?
I had some good battles with Jameson. Great player, and he's a great man too. And the way he's number one in Ireland now at halfback is pretty impressive. Obviously, gone over there to Leinster, forged out an awesome career with the club, and now he's transferring it to Test level, and he's a big part of our plans this weekend about making sure we try and make sure he has a slower night than how they like to play. But, quality player, and plays at tempo, and is a pretty good heads-up player as well. So I'm very excited about the opportunity to play him. I was in the stands last year watching that performance, and so hopefully he's not going to have as nice a ride this time.
Okay, we've got a couple of questions from a very special visitor in the front here who is going to introduce herself. She's from Kia Kids News.
Tēnā korua, koraonia tōku ingoa from Kia Kids. I have a couple of questions for you guys. Aaron Smith, what's your favourite part of the haka?
Probably the end. It's a pretty, you can feel the fireworks, the whole haka, our connection. As a kid I watched so many teams do the haka, and well, the whole haka is very special. But the ending and feeling totally connected, doing something that only All Blacks do, it's very special.
Thank you. Are you starting the haka on Saturday?
Yes, I am.
Do you think you'll be nervous?
I think I sing the anthem pretty hard, so I've got a little plan in place. After the anthem, I get our physio to give me a water, and then the anthem warms my voice up, and then I don't get nervous. I think the haka's one thing you can get really lucky about, that you feel your ancestors, you feel the mana, I see every leader who's led the haka, and just honoured to do the role, and it is very special. And watching Sam Knock last night lead E Te Timatanga was very special, and gave me a little rev up around what level I need to get to.
Okay, you got some questions for Beauden?
Yeah. While you do the haka, what superpower do you feel?
It's a great question. It's an awesome feeling. I don't know how to describe it in terms of a superhuman or superpower, but I just feel a real sense of connection. We feel like we're all in sync, and we aim to make it about us, not about the opposition. Us doing the haka in time before we go out and play is about us connecting and feeling powerful and ready to go into battle.
Yeah, thank you so much. You guys kind of like Hulk smash, eh? Just because you guys are like strong, and like he smashes, and he likes to smash stuff, and you guys like to smash people. What you guys tackle them?
Not so much us.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're the smashers, but we like giving it to people who like to smash it.